I Am Angus is brought to you by the Igenity Profile for Angus, helping Angus producers everywhere to accelerate genetic progress and reduce risk in genetic investment.
Our partnership works real good because I listen to everything she says.
Smart man.
No, it works real well. We get along super good, work together every day, all day long. Christine takes care of all the finances and all the office things here at the feed yard, and I kind of take care of the things outside, and we make business decisions together. We have 3 children. When they're not busy with school stuff, they're involved in this business, and also they're probably more involved with our show cattle business at this point in their lives.
You never turn it off. I mean, I might ask him questions about that tax return at 10 o'clock on Sunday night. There's not really time away from it, but being the owners, that's kind of that way anyway.
Winter brings on a whole new set of challenges with keeping bunks clean and blowing bunks when we get snow or get moisture, slick pens, keeping pens clean. I mean, wintertime sure more work for us, but it's our busy time of year just because of the natural calving cycle, and it's time for those spring calves to come off the cows. It's time for the yearlings to come in off of grass also. Our whole program is we're feeding cattle, getting those cattle fat, and marketing them to packers. Packers need a high dressing percentage. They need pounds of beef hanging on the rail in relation to what they paid for out of the feed yard. That's the biggest driving economic factor in the cattle business when it comes to marketing fat cattle. Probably the next one after that is quality grade, your choice select spread. I think a rancher needs to be mindful of how his cattle grade. I think if you look at some studies, I believe Harlan Ritchie did a study one time where 8.5 years out of 10, it actually pays for a rancher to retain ownership in his cattle. It's hard to pick that year and a half that you don't make money. If you get in there and try to figure out what the market's going to be, decide to sell this year because you don't think it's going to be good, it'll turn around and surprise you, and that might be, you might actually make more money that year than you've made any time. I think the Certified Angus Beef brand is a tremendous brand. They've done a tremendous job of increasing demand for a high quality product. I think if people buy a piece of CAB beef in the store, that it's going to be a good eating experience for them, and I think that's going to help to keep promoting our product as a good, wholesome product.
From the brochures that they put out, the education of the public, the product, even the meetings that we've attended, I would just define it all as just done first class.
Cattle that have turned into the program have been averaging 70 to 80% choice, and a big thing that's different about our feed yard is when we send cattle to the packer, we send whole pens at a time. Cattle aren't sorted specifically trying to get the better ones, and that's kind of the neat part about like when we won the Quality Focus Award in 2007, it really made me proud because even back to our customers, because they were whole pens of cattle. They were guys whole calf crops all at one time. I'm real optimistic about the cattle business today. I think our numbers are short enough. I think we've got quite a few good years ahead of us as cattle producers and cattle feeders. I think our markets overseas have helped us tremendously.
I'm optimistic about American agriculture in general, I guess. I feel like, particularly in the beef industry, we have a good product, we have a safe, wholesome product, and providing a good product to feed the world, not just the United States, but people that we ship overseas markets. I think it's really important. I see world population expanding. I see the beef industry being a really important part of it. And I think that we have a really big role to play in feeding the world.